From Trum Field in Somerville, Mass., this is Lexington Blue Sox baseball on LSP. Tonight it's the Blue Sox taking on the Somerville Royals in Game 2 of the Intercity League Semifinals, with the Blue Sox leading the best-of-5 series 1-0. Good evening, everybody. I'm Sam Feely, ready to bring you the play-by-play story. Monday's Game 1 of the ICL Semifinals was nothing like the 4 games the Blue Sox and Royals had played in the regular season. The Blue Sox found themselves trailing 2-1 in the bottom of the 6th, but eked out a 3-2 win when the winning run scored on an error. So the question is, can the Blue Sox take a commanding 2-0 series lead on the road with Ryan Filipowicz on the mound, or will the Royals even the series at home? You'll notice we're in a different position than we usually are for games at Trum Field. That is because James McConville informed me before the game that the city of Somerville does not allow usage of the power outlets on the light towers while the lights are in use. So I am forced to set up on the patio up here down the right field line. Not the ideal location, I understand, but we hope you'll enjoy the broadcast. Here's the starting lineup for the Blue Sox in their Carolina blue jerseys. Bring it up right here. Jeff Costello is going to lead it off in right field, followed by Thomas Russo at second. Ross Curley is at short. Julian Alvarez is in left. Dan Graham is the DH. Julian Alvarez is in right. Dan Graham is the DH. Dorian Rojas is at first. Alex Wojcik is behind the plate. Justin Silvestro is at third, and Josue Feliciano rounds out the lineup in left field. On the mound for the Blue Sox will be Ryan Filipowicz. Flip had a very good regular season. Bring up his stats right here. In 8 games, he went 37 2/3 innings, went 3-1 with 1 save at a .929 ERA, allowed 27 hits, 9 runs, 5 of which were earned, walked 4 and struck out 22. Faced the Somerville Royals once this season. That was on June 8th. Went 1 inning, allowed 5 hits. Went 5 innings, allowed 5 hits and 1 earned run, and struck out 3. For the Somerville Royals, their lineup looks like this. Jake Santola is going to lead it off at second base, followed by Brian Campbell in center. John Collette is behind the plate. Wagner Gomez is at third. Sean Cameron is at short. James McConville is at first. Adam Johnson is in left. Greg Spiliotis is the DH, and Nick Valdario rounds out the lineup in right field. On the mound for the Royals is Jonathan Richard, making his second appearance of the postseason. Got the win on the 11th against Wakefield, going 7 innings, allowing 4 hits, 1 unearned run, walked 1, and struck out 5. Richard, the left-hander. And here is Jeff Costello, the right-handed hitting right fielder, to lead things off in Game 2 of the ICL Semifinals. Costello was 1 for 3 with a run scored and a stolen base last night. The first pitch at 8:10 is taken for ball 1. We're underway. And Costello takes low, 2-0. We're also keeping an eye on the Reading versus Andre game that was suspended from last night. The Bulldogs had the bases loaded, nobody out, as Costello takes low, 3-0. The bases loaded, nobody out, and an 0-2 count to Mike DiDonato when the game was called due to darkness in the top of the 11th. Yeah, the 11th. Taken all the way for strike 1, and now Costello will go to work. Taken down and in, ball 4, and Costello and his speed are aboard to begin the ball game. So that'll bring up Thomas Russo, once again getting to start second tonight. Costello getting a big lead at first, and the pitch is in there for strike 1 to Russo, 0-1. Richard faced the Blue Sox once in the regular season and took the loss on June 8th. That was the game against Filipowicz. That was the 13-1 game here at Trum. So went 3 2/3 odds, 6 hits, 9 runs, only 5 of which were earned, 1 walk, 5 strikeouts, and surrendered 3 home runs. And it's 0-2 to Russo, including one memorable one in which Eduardo Soto admired his shot to left for a bit too long. Throw over to first, and back standing is Costello. Richard lost his only appearance last year in the postseason to the Blue Sox, as that's low ball 1. Went 7 innings, allowed 7 hits, 4 runs, 2 of which were earned, walked 3, struck out 2, and surrendered 1 home run. Also committed a balk in that game. Runner goes, the pitch is swung on and missed, throw down to second is high, and Costello has a stolen base, but Russo is out on strikes. Runner in scoring position, 1 out for Ross Curley. And Ross takes ball 1 outside. Ross last night was 0 for 3 with a strikeout. He lines this one into left center field, and this will be caught with a sliding... No, it gets away from the left fielder, and Costello holds it second. Tough break for Curley. He hits it on a line. He gets a hit, but the trap prevents Costello from advancing, so first and second, 1 out, and here's Julian Alvarez. Alvarez was 1 for 2 with a walk and a stolen base last night. And he takes strike 1. Still waiting on an update on that Redding versus Andre suspended game. Jared Frenny went 8 1/3 innings and struck out 15, but gets a no decision. This is into shallow center, and this will be past the second baseman. Costello has to hold at third, and another bloop single loads the bases. And here is Dan Graham. So 2 bloop singles and a walk here. Grammer was 0 for 3 with a strikeout last night against Soren Hansen. Lefty against lefty, and that's low and not far enough for the runners to chance it. There's a very short backstop here at Trump Field anyway, so trying to advance on a wild pitch, at least if you're trying to come home on a wild pitch, even with Jeff Costello's speed, is going to be difficult. Graham takes a strike, 1-1. Oh, and actually, excuse me, I misspoke. It's actually 2 outs, and they did force Ross. I didn't check that part. This is grounded to the left side. Falling down as the second baseman, Sintolo fires to first, and the Royals get out of the jam. So after half an inning, Blue Sox nothing, Royals coming up. This is Blue Sox baseball on LSP. Dr. Thomas Russo General Dentistry of Winchester is a proud supporter of the Lexington Blue Sox and the Intercity League. Dr. Russo and his dental staff offer a full range of dental services in their state-of-the-art office at 63 Shore Road in Winchester Center. Dr. Russo has been bringing high-quality and affordable dental care to his patients from Winchester and all its surrounding towns for 35 years. He regularly attends continuing education courses at Tufts, Harvard, and BU to keep up with the latest dental materials and procedures. Let Dr. Russo and his friendly staff provide you and your family family with complete comprehensive dental care. Call 781-721-4700. So I misspoke about the lineup. The outfield left to right is going to be Alvarez, Feliciano in center, and Costello in right. I mistakenly wrote 2 right fielders and no center fielders. So we go to the bottom of the first. And here's Jake Santolo to lead things off against Ryan Filipowicz. And he grounds this one up the middle and through for a base hit. First pitch swinging, and the Royals have a leadoff base runner. One on, nobody out for Brian Campbell. Campbell did not play last night, but had 2 home runs and 3 RBIs in the Wakefield series. Flip delivers, and he looks to bunt his way on, but fouls it, and it's strike 1. The Royals actually out-hit the Blue Sox last night, and of course we're trailing as late as the bottom of the 6th, leading as late as the bottom of the 6th, but could not capitalize on the fantastic effort by Soren Hansen. Throw over to first, not in time. Flip delivers. This is smoked into center field and down for a base hit. Holding at second is Santolo. First and second, nobody out. That'll bring up John Collette, again the second leading hitter in the ICL in the regular season, batting .545 in the postseason with 1 homer and 4 RBIs. Flipping a tough spot early. And this is fouled into the screen for strike 1. Collette just batted 2 for 9 in last year's series against the Blue Sox. He pops this one up into right field towards the foul line and behind me off the patio, and it's strike 2. It's more of a pop, more than a pop up there. Oh, 2 count to Collette. The pitch. Grounder to the left side. Shortstop will step on second for 1. On to Dorian for a big double play. Runner does advance to third, but now there are 2 out. 6-3 double play, Curly to Dorian. And that'll bring up the cleanup man, Wagner Gomez. Gomez batting .273 with 2 RBIs in the postseason, was 0 for 3 last night. And the switch hitting Gomez has the go-ahead run 90 feet away. Flip comes set, and the pitch. Swing and a miss at a pitch in the dirt. Wojtek picks up the loose ball and looks Sintolo back. Strike one. This is to the right side. It'll be Russo. Soft tossing to first. And Flip does a good job of getting out of the jam. And after one complete, Blue Sox nothing, Royals nothing. This is Blue Sox baseball on LSP. Advertising opportunities are available on LSP. Get your company's message on air or on localsportsproductions.com for as little as $25 per ad. Visit localsportsproductions.com/advertising or email sam@localsportsproductions.com for more information. So here we go to the top of the second. With Dorian Rojas to lead things off, to be followed by Alex Wojtek and Justin Silvestro. Had a nice little chat with Sam Finn, who's working first base tonight. And Dorian grounds this one to Gomez, knocks it down, loses it for second, fires on to first. Out! Great recovery there by the third baseman, Wagner Gomez. One pitch, one out. Ball one now to Alex Wojtek, making his first appearance of the postseason. Getting the start behind home plate tonight. And he fouls this one to the screen to even the count at 1. Wojtek in the regular season batted .306 with 4 homers and 18 RBIs. Richard winds and delivers. Outside, ball 2. Wojtek, in his career in the postseason with the Blue Sox, is a .261 hitter with 6 RBIs. Outside, 3-1. Wojtek batted .400 in 2015, but that was only in 3 games. In 6 games in 2016, only batted .154. He grounds this one off the facing of the Blue Sox dugout, and it's a full count. Richard winds and delivers the payoff pitch. Smoke to left field. And this will hook foul. That's a it's a short porch to left field. It's obviously not the height of the Green Monster, but it's kind of emulated like that short porch and a high fence out there. The 3-2 again. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Wojtek goes down on strikes, and there's 2 down. That brings up Justin Silvestro, again getting the start at third base tonight, and it's kind of an interesting thing that Russo and Silvestro have flip-flopped the positions they're usually known for playing, second base and third base. And Silvestro chops this one past the pitcher. This is going to be a tough play for the second baseman, Zitolo, and he is out. And that ends the inning. A couple of one-pitch outs in that inning. We go to the bottom of the second, still Blue Sox nothing, Royals nothing. This is Blue Sox baseball on LSP. Want LSP to tape or broadcast your team's games? Rates start at just $50 per game. Visit localsportsproductions.com/services or email sam@localsportsproductions.com for more information. Bottom of the second, and Ryan Filipowicz will deliver strike one to Sean Cameron, 0-1. Cameron, unfortunately, committed the game-deciding error in the bottom of the sixth last night, hoping to redeem himself tonight. He takes low, and the count evens at 1. Cameron 0 for 8 with a walk this postseason. He grounds this one to the shortstop, Curley. He fires on to first. 1 down. That brings up first baseman and player manager James McConville. McConville 1 for 6 with a run scored and a strikeout this postseason. And McConville pops this one foul, and it hits off the light tower. Thankfully not in a light bulb, and it's strike one. Two and one now the count. Fouled straight back into the screen, and it's 2-2. McConville in his career in the postseason as a batter is a 182 hitter. Was 1 for 5 last year. He grounds this one down the first base line, but Dorian fields it in foul territory. Excuse me. And it remains 2-2. McConville, then Adam Johnson due up next, and if anybody gets on, Greg Spiliotis. This is fouled onto Broadway. Oh, wow. Nearly hit a passing car. Be a shame to have a flying foul ball hit you while you're driving. I can only imagine that's happened a few times here. This is popped up. In comes Russo on the infield grass. Makes the catch. 2 down. So I'll bring up Adam Johnson, who gets to start in left field tonight. Started the game, was moved to left field last night after the injury to Rob Caggiano. And Caggiano is not in the lineup tonight. Johnson batting .182 with 1 RBI, 1 walk, and 3 strikeouts this postseason. Fouled off, 0-2. I missed the first strike. My apologies. Curley coming in to have a word with Filipowicz after the home plate umpire came out to see him as well. Flip winds and delivers. Popped foul into the screen. Remains 0-2. No runs, 1 hit, no errors for the Blue Sox. No runs, 2 hits, no errors for the Royals as we play the bottom of the second. Check swing. They are going to appeal to Sam Finn at first base. He says no, and it's 1-2. "22 pitches for Ryan Filipowicz thus far, 18 for strikes. He is peppering the zone. This is into left field. And this will hang up long enough for Alvarez to make the catch. And the side is retired after 2 complete. Royals nothing, Blue Sox nothing. This is Blue Sox baseball on LSP. You can follow LSP on the web at www.localsportsproductions.com, facebook.com/localsportsproductions, and on Twitter at LSP37. You can also subscribe to the LSP YouTube channel and support LSP on Patreon, patreon.com/LSP37. Top of the third with Josue Feliciano leading things off. And he looks to bunt his way on. And takes ball 1. Squares to bunt again. He did not go, says Sam Finn at first base. It's 2-0. Sway came in defensively last night in the 7th inning. Did not get an at-bat. Richard delivers. That's a strike, and it's 2-1. See if his approach changes on 2-1 with 1 strike on him. Still squaring, pops it up and into the screen, 2-2. So now we'll be forced to swing the bat. The 2-2. Outside, full count. Payoff pitch. Check swing, and he did not go around, so it's ball 4, and Sway is aboard with a leadoff walk. Second leadoff walk drawn by the Blue Sox tonight, and the lineup turns over for Jeff Costello. That misses for ball 1 to Jeff, who walked to lead off the ball game on 5 pitches. Outside, 2-0. Still no update on the Chiefs-Bulldogs resumed game 1. That's low, 3-0. Taking all the way is Costello, and it's ball 4, and it's first and second. Nobody out, and the Blue Sox threatening. Costello draws his second walk. And here's Thomas Russo, and even with a proficient hitter like Russo, number 2 man is usually a guy who will lay one down for Rick DeAngelis. And in a lefty-lefty matchup, that's also more likely because swinging the bat would be more in Richard's favor. Corner infielders are in. He does square. He gets it down in front of Gomez. He'll double clutch fire to first in time. The sacrifice is successful. And now it's second and third. 1 out for Ross Curley. Ross singled his first time up. It was his first hit of the postseason. Another one could bring home 2. Corner infielders come in, and the pitch in there for strike 1. Now this is interesting. The second baseman, Sintolo, is further in than the shortstop, Cameron, who's playing back, while the corner infielders are also in. That's low, ball 1. So it's not a complete infield in situation. And now Sintolo's going to come to the mound and have a word with Richard. I don't even know if he had a word or if he just kicked the dirt on the pitcher's mound for Richard. That's what it looked like from here, but 2-1 the count. This is down the left field line and foul, and it's 1-2. Upstairs, ball 2. Feliciano at third, Costello at second. 1 out. Down and away, full count. Couple of good takes there by Ross. With the cleanup man, Julian Alvarez, on deck. Blue Sox looking to take an early lead here in the top of the third. And he lines this one into right field. It's down for a base hit. 1-run will score. Being held at third is Costello, as that was hit so hard that the right fielder Valdario was able to get it back in quickly. 1 run does score. The Blue Sox are on the board first. It's 1-0. Wayo wayo, as the war cry is this year for the Blue Sox. You could hear that from the Blue Sox dugout. So here's Julian Alvarez. First and third, 1 out. That's low for ball 1. If nothing else, it does put the double play back in order for Richard if you're a Royals fan. Alvarez hit a fielder's choice on that trap by the center fielder Campbell, and he takes a big rip and comes up empty for strike 1. Richard has thrown 44 pitches, exactly half and half, 22 balls, 22 strikes. And the 1-1, Curley goes. They may have him picked off, and it's a balk! It's a balk, says the third base umpire. So Curley gets second anyway. Costello scores, and it's 2-0. So the double play taken out of the equation again. Jonathan Richard asking the third base umpire for an explanation. So Richard going to take a moment to regather himself after that mistake. Richard committed a balk against the Blue Sox last year in the postseason as well. And this is fouled off to make it 1-2. Curley off of second. And the 1-2 to Julian. Here it is. Outside, 2-2. Julian takes low, ball 3. So another full count from Richard. Blue Sox offense was stymied for much of the game last night. Looking to break out here tonight. They're already up 2-0. And Julian pops this one into the overhang. It remains 3-2. We've had 2 walks, a sacrifice bunt, a single, and a balk this inning. Also stolen base. 3-2 to Alvarez. Lined. Caught on a line by the second baseman, Sintolo. The flip to the shortstop covering second, but not in time to double up Ross. 2 down. Hit it right on the screws, but Sintolo was there to make the play. So 2 down, and it's up to Dan Graham. Graham grounded out to second to end the first. Want to know the count. Ross getting a big lead off second. He dives back. He got him! A pickoff 1-6 of Curley. Strayed too far off second and then got nailed. And the side is retired. Blue Sox get 2 runs on 1 hit. No errors and nobody left. After 2.5, Blue Sox 2, Royals nothing. This is Blue Sox baseball on LSP. You can follow the Blue Sox on the web at www.lexingtonbluesox.com, facebook.com/Lexington Blue Sox, and on Twitter and Instagram at BlueSox_ICL. Bottom of the third, 8-9-1 due up for the Royals. Greg Spiliotis, Nick Valdario, and Jake Santolo. Spiliotis 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts this postseason, and he takes one that skips to the plate in the dirt for ball 1. And he takes low, 2-0, so Filipowicz behind the batter, and rare hitters count here for the Royals. Inside, that nearly hit him, and it's 3-0. Ball 4, he lost him. That was a close pitch, but a 4-pitch walk to lead off the inning for Greg Spiliotis, and that'll bring up the number 9 hitter, Nick Valdario. And Valdario, well, even with his speed, will try to lay one down, maybe beat one out as well. Valdario is 1 for 11 with 5 strikeouts this postseason, after batting .255 with 1 homer and 14 RBIs in the regular season. Flip comes set. Valdario does square, pops it up. Wojtek looking for it, but strike 1. Valdario in the regular season against the Blue Sox was 1 for 11 with 1 RBI and 5 strikeouts. Sounds similar to his numbers in the postseason this year. Flip comes set. 0-1, he does square again, gets it down in front of the first baseman. Rojas fires to Russo covering first, and they get the out. The sack goes 3-4. Advancing to second is Spiliotis. And that'll put a runner in scoring position with 1 out for the leadoff man, Jake Santolo. Santolo singled on the first pitch at the bottom of the first. That was a hard hit ball, too. See what he's got for an encore. Takes one over his head for ball 1. Misses inside, 2-0. Flip not getting those spots that he might get from other umpires, so he's going to have to challenge him here, I think. And this is lined on a line caught by Curley, and he will throw over to second for the double play. Wow, that was just not smart base running by Spiliotis. He ran to third, didn't think he actually caught that one, and it is a 6-4 double play, and with a whimper, that ends the inning. So after 3 complete, still Blue Sox 2, Royals nothing. This is Blue Sox baseball on LSP. Coverage of Blue Sox baseball and LSP continues tomorrow night at 7:55 p.m. when the Blue Sox host the Somerville Royals in Game 3 of the Intercity League Semifinals. Watch live at localsportsproductions.com/live, then stream the game the next day, localsportsproductions.com/on-demand or on the LSP YouTube channel. Dan Graham will lead off the top of the fourth after he was stranded at home plate when Ross Curley was picked off to end the third. 2 runs, 2 hits, no errors for the Blue Sox. No runs, 2 hits, no errors for the Royals. Graham swings and misses. Finds himself down 0-2. And now Richard wants to cycle through the signs. Actually, it looks like the home plate umpire was talking to him a little bit. 0-2 to Graham. To be followed by Dorian Rojas and Alex Wojtek. Low, ball 1. Misses for ball 2 to even the count. This is grounded to the right side, past the diving second baseman Cintolo and into right field for a base hit. Graham has his first hit of the postseason. Leadoff man aboard for the 3rd time for the Blue Sox. They'll bring up Dorian Rojas, who is 0 for 1. Dorian grounded out to 3rd on the first pitch of the 2nd. And this is a towering fly ball into left field, and this will be caught by the left fielder Johnson for out number 1. So once again, a 1-pitch out for Dorian. And that'll bring up Alex Wojtek, who struck out his last time up. 55 pitches, only 28 for strikes for Jonathan Richard thus far. Strike 1 to Alex. The pitch, check swing, they'll appeal. He went, says Sam Finn, and it's strike 2. Graham's on first after the leadoff single, and the pitch, up and in, ball 1. This is smoked into center field, and this will be down for a base hit. Graham is around second, on his way to third. Wojtek holds it first with a single. First and third, 1 out. That'll bring up Justin Silvestro. Stroh grounded out on 1 pitch to end the 2nd. Like to avoid a ground out here. Would at least like to get it deep enough to score Graham. Slide step. And the pitch is a strike, 0-1. Fouled off, and it's 0-2 to Stroh. I don't know why you're slide stepping with Alex. He is 0 for 1 in career stolen base attempts with the Blue Sox. This is grounded to the right side and through for a base hit. Graham scores. Throw airmails the shortstop Cameron. But backed up by Gomez, and the Blue Sox extend their lead to 3-0. 0-2 count. Silvestro gets his first RBI of the postseason. And now here's Josue Feliciano. Drew a walk his first time up, and he comes up empty for strike one. Walked and scored, in fact, last inning. Silvestro at first, Wojtek at second, 1 out. And he takes low. Sway puts the hand up saying don't go. 1-1. The pitch. This is a little nubber to the second baseman. Centolo flips to Cameron with the bare hand pick, but he can't double up Sway. So it's a fielder's choice, 4-6. First and third now 2 out. And the lineup turns over for Jeff Costello. Costello has walked twice and scored a run. Sway runs, the pitch is into right field. This is hit deep, and this is over the head of the right fielder, Voldario. Costello is around second, Sway is being waved around third. It's an RBI double, a 2-run double for Jeff Costello, and the Blue Sox lead 5-0. So Jeff Costello comes up with a big hit. His second hit of the postseason. Strike one to Thomas Russo. Russo is 0 for 1 with a strikeout. He swings and misses, strike two. Also laid down a sacrifice bunt. And a swing and a miss, strike three, and that ends the inning. But the Blue Sox pick up 3 runs on 4 hits. Leave a man at second, and after 3.5, we're halfway home. It is the Blue Sox 5 and the Royals nothing. This is Blue Sox baseball on LSP. Dr. Thomas Russo, General Dentistry of Winchester, is a proud supporter of the Lexington Blue Sox and the Intercity League. Dr. Russo and his dental staff offer a full range of dental services in their state-of-the-art office at 63 Shore Road in Winchester Center. Dr. Russo has been bringing high-quality and affordable dental care to his patients from Winchester and all its surrounding towns for 35 years. He regularly attends continuing education courses at Tufts, Harvard, and BU to keep up with the latest dental materials and procedures. Let Dr. Russo and his friendly staff provide you and your family with complete comprehensive dental care. Call 781-721-4700. Brian Campbell to lead things off, 1-for-1. Flip winds and delivers, and this is popped up towards the stands on the third base line, and it's foul. Campbell, Collette, and Gomez due up here in the bottom of the fourth for the Royals. 1-1 the count, and the pitch. Down and in, 2-1. Flip has thrown 35 pitches, 23 for strikes thus far. This is popped up and fouling out of play, 2-2. Grounder to the right side, diving stop by Dorian, fires to Flip, covering, and they got him! Bang bang play there at first. I think Flip was a little slow in getting to the bag there after catching the ball, but Sam Finn gave him the out. 1 down, and that brings up John Collette, who's 0-for-1. This is smoked down the left field line, but foul as it bangs off a light pole for strike 1. Below the knees, ball 1. That misses, 2-1. It feels like Flip has been throwing more balls than he actually has been, so I don't know. The 2-1. This is smoked down the left field line again, but again foul, and it's 2-2. In the dirt, ball 3, full count. 5 runs, 6 hits, no errors for the Blue Sox. No runs, 2 hits, no errors for the Royals as we play the bottom of the fourth. The payoff pitch. Fouled off. The powerful Wagner Gomez on deck. Grounder to the left side, scooped up by Silvestro, bobbles, fires to first, in time, good recovery by Silvestro, and there are 2 down. So here's Wagner Gomez, one guy you like to see come to bat with the if you're the pitcher anyways, with the bases empty and 2 outs. Gomez grounded out to second, his first time up in the first. And he takes low, ball 1. Swing and a miss, and it's 1-1. Blue Sox looking to take a commanding 2-0 series lead in this best-of-5 ICL Championship Semifinals. We're not that far yet, folks. That's low, ball 2. Blue Sox were on the brink of elimination against the Royals last year in the opening round series, but won the last 2 of that series. This is a towering fly ball to right field towards the line, and foul. Costello gave it a run, and it looked like it was going to get over his head, and that could have easily been a home run for Gomez, but he pulled it too much, and instead of the Royals being on the scoreboard, it's now 2-2. 2-2. Taken low for ball 3. Payoff pitch. Misses for ball 4. Wow. Feliciano, I could hear him from here, not happy with that call. And the Royals have a 2-out base runner for Sean Cameron. Cameron is 0 for 1, grounded out 6-3 as he swings and misses for strike 1. Grounded out to short is first time up, leading off the second. Royals in a deep hole, 5-0 here in the fourth. Fouled off and it's 0-2. Flip will pace a little bit here off the mound. Gomez with decent speed at first. Popped, and this is coming towards me. Whoa, that almost hit my camera. Wow. I'm more worried about the camera. Popped up. On to Broadway. Told me to catch it next time. I don't want to run over there and yank the microphone out of the socket or anything. Misses inside, 1-2. Popped up, foul again, and out of play. Good battle here by Cameron, down 0-2, fouled off a few. He's taking a pitch, 1-2 still. Down and in, 2-2. He's fouled off 5 pitches this at-bat. 8th pitch of the at-bat upcoming. And he lines this one into center field and down in front of Feliciano. Gomez holds at second. They get the ball back in quickly. First and second, 2 out. So maybe a little 2-out thunder here for the Royals. And I'll bring up the first baseman, James McConville. McConville popped up to second, and he gets this one into center field, but Feliciano is there to make the catch, and with that, the side is retired. The 2-out rally goes for naught. After 4 complete, Blue Sox 5, Royals nothing. This is Blue Sox Baseball on LSP. Advertising opportunities are available on LSP. Get your company's message on air or on localsportsproductions.com for as little as $25 per ad. Visit localsportsproductions.com/advertising or email sam@localsportsproductions.com for more information. Top of the 5th. Blue Sox got 3 last inning and looking for more here. Still facing Jonathan Richard as that's low for ball 1. Dorian Rojas at bat, he's 0 for 2. That misses 2-0. That's at the knee, strike 1, 2-1. Looks like there's action warming for the Somerville Royals. Nothing for the Blue Sox. Has popped up into shallow right center, and this will be caught on the run by the second baseman Centola. Went a long way there, and there's out number 1. People have been asking me, do we know the score of the suspended Reading Andre game? It's still stuck on where it was suspended last night. Bases loaded, nobody out. Can you imagine any baseball team as this is grounded to short, firing on to first, and Alex Wojcik is retired. Oh, excuse me. Oh, yeah. No, that was Alex. Oh, wait, what? Oh, right, I was looking at the wrong one. Alvarez retired, so Curley and Alvarez retired. My apologies. Look at the wrong part of the lineup. Now here's Dan Graham. And he takes strike 1. Can you imagine, like, being so frustrated? That must be a frustrating game for both Reading and Andre. Like, as Graham takes low ball 1. You know, you're in the 11th. It's a 7-inning game. You have, like, each have a dozen hits, and you've only scored 2 runs each. This is grounded to the right side. Second baseman Centolo has it, and a 1-2-3 inning for Jonathan Richard. Let's see if that can translate into some momentum for the Royals offense. After 4.5, Blue Sox 5, Royals nothing. This is Blue Sox baseball on LSP. Want LSP to tape or broadcast your team's games? Rates start at just $50 per game. Visit localsportsproductions.com/services or email sam@localsportsproductions.com for more information. Here we go to the bottom of the 5th. Ryan Filipowicz still out there for the Blue Sox. First pitch is fouled off for strike 1. Adam Johnson, Greg Speliotis, Nick Valdario. The bottom third of the order due up. Johnson is 0 for 1 thus far. And he's got an 0-1 count. Jonathan Richard, the Somerville star, has done a good job of tempering his pitch count after, despite a couple of stressful innings. That's strike 2. He's at 75 pitches through 5 innings, 44 for strikes. That's a good 15 pitch an inning average. Filipowicz slowing down his pace a little more than usual. The 0-2. Popped up. Rojas coming in, and it's out of play. Inside, 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And Filipowicz picks up just now only his first strikeout. That's stunning. One down, that brings up Greg Spiliotis, who walked his first time up. As that is down and in for ball 1. Joe, you want to get on the headset? Oh, that was a strike? Wow, that looked down and in. Joe, do you want to get on the headset? I brought it for a reason. This is grounded up the middle. Russo has it, bobbles it, and Spiliotis is safe. I'm pretty sure that's going to be an error on Russo. Here is Nick Valdario. That's at the knees for strike 1. Mrs. Wojtek, to answer your questions, this is a best-of-5 series. And, no, that was Soren Hansen's plan last night. Strike 2. He's been working at a reasonable... Flip has been working at a reasonable pace most of the night. It's just that one part where he slowed it down more than I had expected. Soren Hansen, on the other hand, last night, I was talking about it with Mike Hart and Rob DeFranco. It's just one of those, slow pace, slow wind up, slow off speed stuff, lull you to sleep, and then sneak up on the fastball, and he dominated for as long as he did. This is grounded to the shortstop. Curley steps on the bag for 1, on to first, and I don't think they were going to get Valdario anyway. That will... The throw's a little high, but Valdario was going to beat it out. 2 out. A 6 unassisted fielder's choice. And the lineup turns over for Jake Sintolo, who's 1 for 2. Good speed at first in Valdario. He had 5 stolen bases in the regular season, but was caught 4 times. And Sintolo hits this into right field, and this will get down for a base hit. Valdario around second on his way to third. He loses the helmet, takes a wide turn at first. Russo fires to third, and he's back safely. So first pitch swinging there for Sintolo. He's now 2 for 3. And another maybe 2-out rally here for the Royals. They tried to get one going last inning, but were unsuccessful. What can they do here? Here's Brian Campbell, who's 1 for 2. 4th hit of the ball game there for the Royals, as Matt Karras is out to have a word with Alex Wojtek and Ryan Filipowicz. Well, if anybody can teach Ryan Filipowicz about pitching out of jams, it was Matt Karras. Did that a couple times last night. Held the line for long enough for the Blue Sox offense to rally in the bottom of the 6th. Strike 1 to Brian Campbell. This is skied down the left field line and foul, and it's 0-2. Flip comes set. Popped up into right field. Costello makes the catch for the out that retires the side. So once again, a two-out rally by the Royals goes for naught after 5 complete. Blue Sox 5, Royals nothing. This is Blue Sox baseball on LSP. You can follow Local Sports Productions on the web at www.localsportsproductions.com, facebook.com/localsportsproductions, and on Twitter at LSP37. You can also subscribe to the LSP YouTube channel and support LSP on Patreon, patreon.com/LSP37. Here we go to the top of the 6th. Jonathan Richards still out there. Dorian Rojas, Alex Wojtek, and Justin Silvestro due up. Rojas is 0 for 2. And he takes below the knees, ball 1. That's taken for a strike, and it's 1-1. And he grounds this one through the hole in the middle for a base hit. So Dorian gets his first hit of the ball game. He's 1 for 3. And that'll bring up Alex Wojtek, who's 1 for 2 with a strikeout and a run scored. He takes low, ball 1. Two runs in the 3rd, 3 runs in the 4th, and that's all the scoring, and that's all by the Blue Sox here thus far in Game 2 of the ICL Semifinals. That skips to the dirt, 2-0. You have the number 5 seed, Royals, against the number 2 seed, Blue Sox. The number 6 seed, Reading Bulldogs, against the number 1 seed, Andre Chiefs. This is the first time in the point streak era, the 400-hitter era, that both lower seed teams have advanced to the semifinals, as that's outside 3-0 from the in the traditional ICL playoff format, not counting the double elimination format we had for 2 years a couple years ago. As that's ball 4 to Wojtek. And at what point does James McConville bring out the hook? And it looks like this is it, as McConville's on his way to first. There's been action warming down the right field line. Jacob Amarello is the one warming down there. You can see at the bottom of your screen. Here's Justin Silvestro, a possible sacrifice situation here. But the infield not playing him as such. Again, you got a lefty-lefty matchup. He does not square, and it's strike one. Stroh is 1 for 2 with an RBI tonight. Take strike two. Nibbled at the corner there on the outside part at the knees. Rojas at second, Wojtek at first. This is grounded into right field for a base hit. Rojas being waved around third. The throw to the plate is offline. It's an RBI single for Justin Silvestro. Wojtek tried to take third, and he's safe. Second RBI of the ball game for Justin Silvestro. And Joe, didn't I say this was a possible sacrifice situation? Oh man, I should never say that around the Silvestro patriarch. 6-0 our score. That too. Didn't he? Wasn't his last hit on an 0-2 pitch as well? Yeah. So here's Josue Feliciano. And he hits this one into center field. This will be caught on the run by the center fielder Campbell. Tagging and scoring from third is Wojtek. A sacrifice fly and an RBI for Feliciano, and it is 7-0. And I think that's going to be it for Jonathan Richard, as maybe Amarillo's done warming, but they haven't pulled him yet. This is smoked into left field, and this will be over the head of the leaping left fielder. Around second is Silvestro. He's on his way to third. Costello to second. He holds there. Silvestro will score. It's an RBI double for Jeff Costello, his second RBI double of the game, and it is 8-0. Amazing, they only had 4 hits yesterday, and they still won. And they won on an error, too. And tonight, they are leaving no doubt, as that is going to do it for Jonathan Richard. Richard will come out. Jacob Amarillo will come in. We have a pitching change coming to you from Trump Field in Somerville, Mass. Blue Sox 8, Royals nothing. This is Blue Sox baseball on LSP. You can follow the Blue Sox on the web at www.lexingtonbluesox.com, facebook.com/Lexington Blue Sox, and on Twitter and Instagram at @BlueSox_ICL. New pitcher for the Somerville Royals, as promised, is Jacob Amarillo, making his first appearance of the postseason for the Royals in the regular season. Made 5 appearances, was 0-1 with a 4.80 ERA in 11 2/3 innings, allowed 13 hits, 9 runs, 8 of which were earned, walked 7 and struck out 5. Runner at second, 1 out for Thomas Russo, and he greets Amarillo with a fly ball to center field. This will be caught. Costello thinks about tagging, but then holds. Never want to make the last out at third, and that ball's definitely not hit deep enough to make that play, to try and tag up. So 1 pitch, 1 out, and they're 2 down for Ross Curley. In the regular season against the Blue Sox, Amarillo had no decisions, a 6 ERA in 4 2/3 innings, allowed 5 hits, 4 runs, 3 walks, and 3 strikeouts. Upstairs for a ball 1 to Ross. Eight 0 our score in the top of the 6th. Amarillo delivers. Catches the inside corner for strike 1. There is action warming down the left field line for the Blue Sox, but no word yet that Flip's night is done, but with an 8 0 lead. Ross takes on the inside corner, 1 and 2. Ross 2 for 3 with an RBI. Amarillo comes set. And the pitch. Foul onto Broadway. Eight runs, 9 hits, 1 error for the Blue Sox, no runs, 4 hits, no errors for the Royals. Amarillo looks at second, and the pitch is way outside, ball 2. Jeff Costello, 2 for 2, 2 walks, 2 doubles, 3 RBIs. Ross Curley, 2 for 3 with an RBI. Justin Silvestro, 2 for 3 with an RBI. Little nubber on the infield. Gets past Gomez, but it's a foul ball. And it remains 2 and 2. Of course, Ryan Filipowicz turning in a fine effort as well. Flip has pitched 5 innings. 4 hits, 2 walks. Only struck out 1, though. Been pitching to contact, but it hasn't hurt him yet. 8 0. 2 and 2, 2 on, 2 runner at second, 2 out. And Ross grounds this one to the shortstop. Cameron fires onto first. Stretch by McConville. Sam Finn has to come off the line to see if he kept his foot on, and he did. For the out that retires the side. Blue Sox get 3 more, and after 5 1/2, Blue Sox 8, Royals nothing. This is Blue Sox baseball on LSP. Coverage of Blue Sox baseball on LSP continues tomorrow night at 7:55 p.m. when the Blue Sox host the Somerville Royals in Game 3 of the ICL Semifinals. Watch live at localsportsproductions.com/live, then stream the game the next day at localsportsproductions.com/on-demand or on the LSP YouTube channel. Bottom of the 6th, Ryan Filipowicz still out there. And the first pitch is down and away for ball 1. Still no word on the Reading Bulldogs Andre Chiefs games. This is popped foul and into the back row of the bleachers for strike 1. Heart of the order due up here for the Royals. Colette, Gomez, and Cameron. 1-1 to Colette is smoked into center field. On the run is Feliciano. Makes the catch. 1 down. That'll bring up Wagner Gomez, 0 for 1 with a walk. First pitch to Wagner Gomez is an off-speed pitch that misses for ball 1. That jackknifes him, and it's 2-0. Flip has thrown 77 pitches, 56 for strikes. This is smoked into right field. Costello coming in, makes the catch, 1 down. 2 down, rather. I realize that with the position of this camera, you can't see the plays that get beyond this camera, beyond this vantage point. Costello made the play behind me. I deeply apologize. It wasn't my choice, but what are you going to do? Joe, do you have an update?
Yeah. Reading won the first game 6-2.
Mm-hmm.
And they're leading in the second game 5-4 in the fourth and fifth inning.
Okay. I don't know why that's not showing up on Point Streak, but okay. I'm sorry? All right. Here's Sean Cameron. 1-1 is the count. So, as is popped off the backstop, 1-2. Rojas wanted to make a play on that, but we're not playing like arena baseball or anything. Reading won Game 1 6-2, and they're leading Andre 5-4 in the 5th of Game 2. 2-2 the count now to Cameron. He fouls this one straight back. So how about the Reading Bulldogs taking 2 from the number 3 seed Watertown, and now up a game on Andre and up a run in Game 2 against Andre. Inside, full count. You know, as much all the respect, of course, in the world between the Blue Sox and the Chiefs, but the Blue Sox don't want to face the Chiefs in the ICL Championship Series. This is lined to third and caught by Silvestro for the out that retires the side. Not that they're afraid of the Chiefs, obviously, but like that means you don't have to face Frenny if the Bulldogs were to, or even Josh Desai if it came to that as well. He's been having a fantastic year, but Blue Sox aren't there yet. But they are 3 defensive outs away from taking a 2-0 series lead here in the ICL Semifinals. We go to the bottom of the 6th, top of the 7th rather. Blue Sox 8, Royals 0. This is Blue Sox baseball on LSP. Advertising opportunities are available on LSP. Get your company's message on air or on localsportsproductions.com for as little as $25 per ad. Visit localsportsproductions.com/advertising or email sam@localsportsproductions.com for more information. Didn't notice Matt Karras waving at me to announce a substitution. Jake Wilsey pinch hitting for Dan Graham here. And Wilsey takes inside ball 2. 2-0. Wilsey getting his first postseason plate appearance. Strike 1, 2-1. The wind has been incredibly variable tonight. Been blowing in all different directions. It's been off and on. I don't know how many balls in play it's affected, but 3-1 the count to Wilsey. It was blown out for most of the game. That could have helped a couple of balls. Wilsey takes at the knees. That was strike 3, my mistake. Thought that was only strike 2, but Wilsey is retired, 1 down. Wilsey in the regular season, in just 13 games, hit 2 homers and 10 RBIs. That is up and in for ball 1 to Dorian Rojas. And there's the wind again, now blowing in from right. Rojas 1 for 3 with a run scored. Misses inside, 2-0. Misses high, 3-0. Alex Wojtek due up next. And that catches the inside corner to Dorian, 3-1. Three Blue Sox with 2 hits tonight, Costello, Curley, and Silvestro. As that misses for ball 4, and Rojas took a few steps towards first even before the pitch reached the glove. Excuse me, that is not Rojas. My apologies. That is a pinch hitter for Rojas. And wait, that was Wilsey all the time? Oh my God. I thought... what? Strike 1 to Dorian Rojas now. That's fouled into the screen, 0-2. Hasn't been that long of a night. I don't know how I punted that badly. My apologies, folks. So Alvarez was the first out. Wilsey walks. Now it's Rojas. And this is grounded to the right side. And it skips past the shortstop, Cameron. And we'll see how Bruce scores that. Could have been an inning-ending double play, but instead it's first and second, 1 out for Alex Wojtek. That is an E6. So Dorian is now 1 for 4. Here's Alex. He's 1 for 2 with 2 runs scored and a walk. And he fouls that one off for strike 1. That's the first error of the game on the Royals. And, of course, Cameron with his second error of the series, and he committed a big one last night, the one that allowed the winning run to score. This is into right center field, and this will get down in front of the right fielder, Valdario. Being waved around third is Wilsey, and he will score. It's 9-0. So Wojtek picks up his first RBI of the postseason. And looks like we have a pinch hitter for Justin Silvestro. As it is a right-handed hitter. Might be Chris Ruaco. Can't tell from here. Can't see the jersey number. We'll get it to you in a second. This is fouled into the screen for strike one, and it plunks into the Royals dugout. Yeah, it is Chris Ruocco getting the at-bat for Silvestro. Blue Sox looking to close this one out as he pops this one foul. 0-2. Blue Sox are going to close this one out and take a 2-0 series lead with Game 3 tomorrow night at Lexington High. And, of course, we'll have that game and every Blue Sox postseason game here on Local Sports Productions. That misses outside, 2-2. Rock prone to the strikeout, showing good patience on those two pitches. Rocco getting his first at-bat of the postseason. And he swings and misses for strike three, 2 outs. Came in as a defensive replacement last night in the 7th. Two down, first and second for Josue Feliciano. Sway is 0 for 1 with a walk and a sacrifice, and he takes strike one. He's scored 2 runs and has an RBI. He skies this one into shallow right. Santolo makes the catch for the out. That retires the side. Blue Sox get 1 and leave 2. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Closing time for the Blue Sox. Blue Sox 9, Royals nothing. This is Blue Sox baseball on LSP. Want LSP to tape or broadcast your team's games? Rates start at just $50 per game. Visit localsportsproductions.com/services or email sam@localsportsproductions.com for more information. Bottom of the 7th, and Bill Christopher is taken over on the mound for the Blue Sox after 6 fine innings by Ryan Filipowicz. Allows just 4 hits and 2 walks, no runs, and strikes out 1. So 6, 7, and 8 due up for the Royals as they're down to their final 3 outs of Game 2. James McConville will lead things off. He's 0 for 2. Christopher delivers with the slingshot delivery down and in for ball 1. And this is grounded to the right side. Second baseman Russo has it. Fires over to first. 1 down. Christopher has made one postseason appearance with the Blue Sox before this. He went 2/3 of an inning and struck out one against Andre on August 19th, 2015. Strike one to Adam Johnson. Swing and a miss, and it's 0-2. Chris Ruocco in at third after pinch hitting for Silvestro. That's the only other change for the Blue Sox. Christopher with the wind and the pitch. Upstairs. 1-2. Misses inside, and it's 2-2. Close pitch there. Blue Sox defense liked it, but didn't get any favors. 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike three. Christopher racks up the strikeout, and the Royals are down to their final out. It'll be up to Greg Speliotis. 0 for 1 with a walk. Blue Sox scored 2 runs in the third, 3 in the fourth, 3 in the sixth, and 1 in the seventh. And this is hit on a line to Dorian Rojas for the out, and the ball game is over. Just like that, in a game that took 1 hour and 45 minutes, the winning pitcher is Ryan Filipowicz. He improves to 1-0 on the postseason. The losing pitcher is Jonathan Richard. He falls to 1-1 on the postseason. No save. The final totals for the Lexington Blue Sox: 9 runs, 10 hits, and 1 error. And for the Somerville Royals, no runs, 4 hits, and 1 error. With the win, the Blue Sox take a 2-0 lead in the best-of-5 ICL Semifinals and look to close it out tomorrow night at Lexington High. Well, last night was a nail-biter. Tonight, the Blue Sox left no doubt. This is more of what I'm sure Blue Sox fans expected, given the performances in the regular season of the Blue Sox against these Somerville Royals. Well, whether you win them 3-2 or 9-0, a win is a win is a win. And the Blue Sox have 2 of them and need just 1 more to get to the championship series for the 11th consecutive year. Our players of the game: Ryan Filipowicz, 6 innings of shutout ball, 4 hits, 2 walks, and Jeff Costello, 2 for 2 with 2 walks and 2 doubles and 3 RBIs and a run scored, and a stolen base at that, and a partridge in a pear tree. So, with that said, this has been a presentation of the Lexington Blue Sox in association with Local Sports Productions, serving Greater Boston student-athletes since 2011. Copyright 2017, unauthorized redistribution of any portion of this broadcast without the express written permission of the Lexington Blue Sox or Local Sports Productions is strictly prohibited. Coverage of Blue Sox baseball on Local Sports Productions continues tomorrow night at 7:55 p.m. when the Blue Sox look to close out the Intercity League semifinals against the Royals in Game 3 at Lexington High. Watch live at localsportsproductions.com/live, then stream the game the next day at localsportsproductions.com/on-demand or on the LSP YouTube channel. And be sure to follow Local Sports Productions on the web, localsportsproductions.com, facebook.com/localsportsproductions, Twitter at LSP37, subscribe to the LSP YouTube channel, and support LSP on Patreon, patreon.com/LSP37. Once again, the final score from Trump Field in Somerville, Mass. The Lexington Blue Sox defeat the Somerville Royals 9-0 and take a 2-0 lead in the ICL semifinals. My name is Sam Feely. Thanks for tuning in.